What's going on, people? Vetters here. Wet Banana Moto. What's going on, guys? There he is.
How's it going?
Good, man. Did you get your lights?
I did, yeah. I mean, does it look better?
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'm setting these up right. Lighting's not my thing, as you can see in a lot of my videos, humbly.
No, this will work. This will work just fine. I got both garage doors open, and I'm right next to a window, and I got lights in here, so I think this works out all right for me.
Dude, what's the temperature there with garage doors open?
It about 50.
I'm so jealous. I mean, right now it's 39 degrees here.
Yeah.
And it snowed about an inch last night. Maybe an inch and a half, 2 maybe, but so still no riding.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm going riding tomorrow. It's supposed to hit 60 degrees plus. We got lucky.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh,
What do you got in here, 5?
We got 5. Give everybody a wave. Thanks for joining, guys. We'll get started.
Yeah, guys,
here.
thanks for...
I was going to ask.
Hey, Wet Banana. How's it going, Mike?
Awesome. Yeah, I was going to ask if you had a drink. It looks like you had something.
I do, yeah. I got Kugel's Snowdrift Vanilla Porter.
Nice.
It's kind of hitting the spot right now here in these cold temps that we've been having in the Midwest.
Yeah.
You got your old standby?
What's that?
Your old standby? What you drinking?
I switched it up a little bit. I went with Twisted Tea half and half.
Oh, nice.
It's like an Arnold Palmer but spiked.
Nice.
Just a little something.
Thanks,
different.
Mike. Yeah,
I got beer. I got beer too.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, Dustin did a great job in those shirts, man. In fact, I'm wearing one right now.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, if you guys want a T-shirt, you'll put a link in here once you put it up on YouTube, won't you?
Yeah, guys. When this is over with, I'm gonna record all this with my phone, and then I'm gonna upload it to YouTube. That way, if any of you come in late watching this, you can watch the whole thing. It'll probably be about an hour discussion, I would think. That's usually how long these go. But yeah, I'll put a link in the description below to both Joe and my T-shirt order page link, ordering sites or whatever. Because yeah, Joe's got T-shirts out. I just went live with my web store for T-shirts. Joe, thanks for buying one, man. I really appreciate it.
Not a problem, man. The designs are great, man. I mean, everybody compliments this, man. So I'm proud to wear your design.
Yeah, I'm glad we got it all figured out with the screen printer and everything.
Yeah.
I like how you went with the white.
Yeah, it just seemed to go a little bit better. I mean, they were having a little bit of trouble. The printer was having a little bit of trouble with getting the colors right with certain shirts. So just worked out a little bit better.
I'm good.
You're working today, Mike? Oh, my gosh. Oh, you're not working it. You're wearing it today. You don't want to wear it at work. Gotcha. That's awesome. Thanks for wearing it, Mike.
Pro Life 80, thanks for joining, man. How you doing? You have to excuse me.
So do you want to touch on...
I'm a little under the weather today. I've been battling a cold. My whole family's been sick the last week.
Man, sorry to hear that.
That's all right. It's that time of the year, and when the temperatures go up and down like this sporadically, like they do here, it doesn't help.
Yeah.
People get sick because of the varying temperatures. Because we were about negative. It was like, I don't know, 10, 15 below one day this past week, and then 40 below wind chills on top of that. So it was
I'm not even going to tell you what it was like here.
Everybody
knows the woes of the upper Midwest.
I know I'm complaining, but I know you guys got a lot worse.
No, dude, what you guys went through was cold, but man, holy shit.
Yeah.
I was off work because it was so cold. Yeah, it was pretty cold.
I'm surprised we had work, because they have shut down for being too cold. I mean, my kid didn't go to school. They even shut down, I think, like the postal services, some of them weren't running in the area because it was so cold. And that's nuts.
Well, I think a lot of you know I work on the campus here at UW in Madison, and they never, ever shut down school for any reason, ever. But there was a campaign, actually, to students started to get school canceled and closed, so they shut down everything, which is unheard of. And it was much needed.
Yeah, negative 34.
You and me better, man. We were suffering. You were going into work though when I was sitting on my couch, man.
I remember that morning. I had a thermos full of coffee. I just walked out my door, and my door, like, I have a detached garage. My house is about 25 feet in front of my garage. I walked from the house to this garage, and that thermos was like freezing cold. The coffee was all chilled off. Coffee was all chilled off too, man. I couldn't drink it. I had to warm it up when I got to work. My wife just joined. My sister-in-law and
hey, Jay Psycho, how's it going?
My sister-in-law and my nieces are in the house. They came to visit.
Man, so when we do these live things, I always have on my TV behind me here images from my 66 trip, but it kind of cuts it off. I'm kind of disappointed about that.
I can see the logo. I can see the bottom of the logo.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, maybe I'll tilt it up a little bit. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'll do that. Have me look a little short for a bit.
All right, well, you want to get started?
Yeah, well, you got some announcements about your channel a bit, don't you? You want to touch on those first before we get into some other announcements?
Yeah, we can do that.
Some videos coming up and.
Yeah, I got some videos coming up and some pretty awesome news, and I want to go ahead and retouch on the T-shirt thing I'm doing. I just posted a video up this morning, and what I'm doing, guys, I've done this a couple times in the past. From some of you that may not be too familiar with this because you may be recent subscribers or just discovered my channel or whatever, I've done T-shirt charity fundraising on my channel for, I don't know, probably the last 6 or 7 months. And basically what I do is I get shirts printed up, and all the proceeds go to a charity that I choose that is local to my area. Now, I've done these twice now, and I did one that raised money for an autism-friendly gym in Edwardsville, Illinois. It was called We Rock the Spectrum Gym. We raised for that with one shirt order, and another one, what was the other one we did? Oh, the Heidi Foundation was the second order. Heidi Foundation was founded by a guy in this area, and what they do is pretty much they help people with special needs, people of all ages. You know, if somebody needs something, like I think they raised funds for an electric wheelchair for somebody. They've given to special education programs in the area, stuff like that, and that really hits close home to me. And I just wanted to kind of keep that going. And since the subscriber count's gone up, I'm hoping maybe more people will be able to help out with that. And what I've done this time is there is a organization in Hillsborough, Illinois, that's about 30 minutes away from where I live, called the Autism Support Connection. And what they do is they put on events. They're a support group, so they meet like once a month. And what they do is they, you know, if people need people in the autism community need help, these people are there to help them. They put on events, like they had a sensory-friendly showing for movies. So, you know, if you have children with special needs that can't handle the noise or the low lights and stuff like that, they can go in and watch a movie. And if the kids want to get up and walk around or run around, they can. And, you know, it's just stuff like that they do locally in my community. And I that's pretty much what I've been focusing on this next round of shirts, is to raise money for that. So, I'll put a link in the description below with Joe's to where you can go to my web store. T-shirts, they start at $15. Now, depending on your size, if you have somebody wants a bigger size T-shirt like a 2X or a 3X or a 4X, of course, they're going to go up $1 or $2 a shirt. but it calculates the shipping and everything right there on the website, and all proceeds go to the Autism Support Connection. So that's what's going on with that. Another thing that's happened this week I'm really excited about is Memphis Shades and I are kind of doing a collaboration type deal where they're taking me on as I guess you could say a parts ambassador for their products, a product ambassador, I think.
I didn't think you were going to announce this, man. That's cool.
Oh, yeah, I thought I'd go ahead and do it because I'm really excited about it. But anyway, I'm really excited about that. I'll have more information as the time comes on, but I'm pretty excited about that and how that's going and what we'll see come from that. Other than that, I can't really think of too much. New exhaust went on the bike this afternoon.
Yeah. That's what I was waiting for you to mention. Really
good. I got a video coming up this week. Maybe it'll be out Wednesday per my normal schedule of videos, but I'm really happy with it. I went with the Tab Performance slip-on muffler with the zombie baffles, and it screams. I'm going to go riding tomorrow, so I can't wait to hear what it sounds like on the road.
How was the research for that? I mean, I'm sure you're going to get to this in your video. How was the research for finding that exhaust? I mean, just cover that really quick. I've been curious about that since you told me you got that.
Yeah, because
Was it tough to find something that you liked?
Yeah, because I'd never heard of Tab before. I mean, I knew like the big names like Vance and Hines, Bassani, all these guys. But I guess since the Sport Glide came out, I've been really hardcore and searching for exhausts. And, Vance and Hines don't have a whole lot out unless you go full system. Bassani's the same way. But I got on a forum one day, and people were recommending this Tab Performance slip-on muffler. And it was only about $300, which that's not too bad for an exhaust, especially for what you get, especially for the sound you get out of it. I mean, it sounds amazing. I might have trouble with some neighbors this year, for sure.
They'll enjoy it. They'll compliment you on it.
Yeah.
You may not be able to hear the compliments, and the compliments may be tough to hear because your exhaust will be so loud, but that'll be all right.
Yeah, that's fine. If the rooster won't wake them up, I will.
I'm excited to see that video. I really am. And honestly, I'm excited. And videos, as you know and everybody else knows, they just don't do justice to how the exhaust actually sounds. So I'm really looking forward to seeing and hearing that in person. I really am.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy with it. But that's really all the news I've got now with the channel. What about you, Joe?
Not too many channel updates, just a few. I'll touch on the T-shirt again, just really briefly. D-Cycle designed the great Egret Route 66 T-shirt. Did an amazing job. I had some issues with printing it, and it took me a lot longer than I wanted it to get it out, but it's out now. D-Cycle will put that up when he uploads this to YouTube, the link below. You can see the links in all my videos right down below in the description. But if I can remember it, it's greategretmoto.com/web/t-shirts, and that should take you there. You may remember that or not. It's much easier to go ahead and click a link. So go ahead and go to any one of my videos, any one of the Route 66 videos, definitely, and you can go ahead and go into the description and click on that. Or the more recent ones anyway. I'll have to update a few descriptions. A little bit of update on the Route 66 videos. The last ride video will be the next video that I upload. I hope to have that out on Tuesday. Probably Tuesday. And then after that, there will be a 40th and final episode. It won't really be a ride episode because the final one is going to be the 39th. And that last episode, what I'm going to do is, it's going to be a Q&A. I've gotten a lot of questions about various things of the ride, from how I planned it, how I did it along the way, Obviously how it was on a sporty, I do cover that in a few videos. A lot of the gear that I've used. So I guess this is just a call out to anybody who wants to ask more questions. I already got a lot of questions, so I'll be able to fill a good video with the ones that I've gotten already. But that said, if you want to go ahead and ask questions, I guess comment on this video. Go ahead and shoot me an email at joe@greategretmoto.com or hit me up on Instagram, DM me on Instagram, or even in the comments of any one of the videos. I'm pulling a lot of questions from those comments. So that should come next weekend probably, if I can have the time to record it. I'm gonna be doing some wrenching videos in the garage. I planned on getting there earlier today, but I just didn't have time today. So I'm gonna be in the garage wrenching on my bike tomorrow, and then I'm gonna be recording some videos for that. I'm also gonna have a mail video. A lot of guys have been sending me some stuff, and I got my P.O. box stuff squared away now. So I've got a half dozen packages or letters that I need to open. I'd like to do that on camera and give some shout outs to some other motovloggers who have sent me stickers. Thank you to those who have done it, and I'll be recording that hopefully tomorrow. And just a lot of review videos coming up because of my experience with the trip. I had some great experiences with some of the gear that I used, and I had some not so great experiences, and I'm going to cover a lot of that, so I'm excited about that. I guess those are the channel updates. I can't think of any others right now. Yeah, but we do have some pretty big news that we've been kind of hinting at in various videos. I guess maybe we can touch on that now.
Yeah. Before we do, Joe, there's
yeah.
I want to give a shout out to a couple guys that sent me mail this past week. Berserk 519 sent me a poker chip and some stickers. Man, thank you very much if you watch this ever. And NC Stoney, him as well, man. He sent me poker chip stickers and whatnot. Appreciate that. And then, like the mother of mail calls, Blue Bike and Doyle sent me this.
That's amazing.
Backrest pad for my bike. I've had to do. I had to go buy some new screws because the ones that came with it aren't quite long enough. I'm not sure what his sissy bar was, if it was one of those thin plated ones, or because mine's like at least 1.5 inches diameter size. So the bolts that he sent me didn't quite reach into the threads, because you kind of got to sandwich. You got the pad, then you got the bar, and then you got the bracket on the back of it, and you got to screw the holes in. So I'm still trying to figure out how to get that on. Hopefully it works out. My wife loves it. She says that it's way better than the one I had on my Sporty. So I'm really excited to get her riding with me this year. I got a Sport Glide joined. I saw a Bearded Bobber in here, Moto Chimp. Thank you guys for joining. Denim Rider 64, what's up? Vetter wants to hear the exhaust.
Yeah, man.
Well, Vetter,
so do I.
I'll send you a sound clip, dude. I'm not going to start it here in the garage right now. It probably won't sound too well on this live feed, but I'll send you a sound clip later on this evening.
Bomber. Thanks, man. Yeah, I had a lot of fun putting everything together for the Route 66 videos. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I really am.
Yeah, it was cool.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, those. What's that?
I was just going to say it was cool in those videos, especially when we got the opportunity to meet for the first time in person.
Yeah, for sure.
Going on that ride was a lot of fun. And we got lucky.
That was definitely one of the high points.
There was a 40% chance of rain that day, and it actually did shower that morning, because I ran to Walmart right before I met you at your hotel room, and it was raining outside, and it was cloudy, and it didn't look good. And then we took off west toward the river, and it cleared up, and it actually ended up getting really hot once we got down to Alton. But then we got really lucky on the way back to Litchfield, because we could see a wall of rain ahead of us.
That was crazy.
And a wall of rain to the left of us, and there was like a little pocket there where we just kind of slipped right into all the way there. Then I think when we got to the Maverick, to the restaurant, we had a drink we had a drink together at before we departed, went our separate ways. We got a little shower while we were in there too, and then the sun came back out. So we got lucky. And it looks like
motorcycle guys were definitely watching our back that day.
Yeah. You
found that pocket perfectly.
Yeah, I watched your video from this morning. Actually, I got to watch it a day early because I'm a patron. But
right, exactly.
You went through some hell of a weather spell on the way home.
Never again, man. I can't believe I did that. Like, I think I said earlier in the videos, I was talking to Mitch when I was in New Mexico, in western New Mexico. That was episode, maybe 14, I think. I was talking to him how if I'm not familiar with an area and it's raining, I won't ride. And it was 35 degrees and raining and in the mountains, and I had to get to work. You know, hindsight, I probably should not have ridden that day, and I either got lucky or all of the practice has paid off from all the practice I've been doing while riding, or maybe a little bit of both. Like, I look back on that and think how stupid I was for riding that day, but I made it through okay, and but I'll never ride in those conditions again. I hate the cold now. I used to not mind the cold. As I was explaining this to Vetter a couple days ago, or maybe it was yesterday, how last winter I rode through these Wisconsin winters as cold as 6 degrees out. This winter, I haven't ridden my bike in almost 3 months because I just don't want to ride in the cold, because that ride day just changed me, man. It really did.
I'm sure it did, because I know, especially here in Illinois, Route 66 isn't the smoothest ride in some spots. I know you probably had to go off the path a little bit here and there on your trip, because the roads just got so tore up. I mean, they're so bad where there's actually grass growing through the cracks of the road.
Right.
I know it's like that in spots not too far from here, but yeah, man.
I think I saw a Kid Moto in there. Hey, Ryan, how's it going?
Hell yeah. Did you bring along dedicated rain gear? I don't remember seeing any in the vids.
You know, I'm not one to enjoy riding in the rain, so I didn't. I bought rain gear on my way out of Rolla, Missouri, straight through to Hannibal. And you can kind of see me adjusting my rain gear and wearing my rain gear in that video. This is the latest video. This is episode 38. In fact, you can see me at the end of that video in all my rain gear. I actually look like a mailman on a motorcycle.
Well, what do you think? You think we go ahead and get started with the main discussion of today's live feed? What time is it? What time is it, Joe?
It is
start wearing a watch.
It's 19 minutes after.
Okay.
So
we got
about, what, 20 minutes into this?
Yeah, so we got a good 40 minutes to discuss this, and then at the end, who knows, we'll eat up the whole hour that we have for this.
Yeah. So I think maybe a lot of people on this live feed know a little bit about this already. I've definitely announced it a little bit on my channel. And we talked a little bit about it last time we had a live feed here, is the Midwest Motovloggers meetup. I guess we could just chat a bit about that now. Got some notes here, so I'm kind of rolling off these notes. I think I said in a previous video that I want some input from a lot of folks, a lot of riders about this. I guess to start, let me touch on when it's going to happen. I think that's the best place to start. So sometime in September after Labor Day, so we can find a really good location to meet. So it's going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So 4 days in September. Just looking at the calendar here. Let me see. So September 2019. So it's going to be like the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, or the 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, or the 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. One of those weekends. And it's all contingent on location. Locations that we're looking at, there's an application process for some of them. And I want to be able to get us the very best location. And some of those application processes are slow. Some of them have lotteries, in which, because they're so popular that they only allow, if you are certain times. But I made it flexible for stations, so we can probably get in one of these good weekends. What is this for? What are we going to do? And again, this is something that I want input from everybody. So email me at joe@greategretmoto.com. Send me your ideas. Send me some DMs over Instagram. Send me your ideas, what you want this to look like. Right now, this is what I have. These are my thoughts percolating. So some events that we can do during 4 days. Some rides, definitely. I mean, we're on motorcycle. We're all motorcycling enthusiasts, so we want to do some riding.
Right.
So a couple rides that I want to do, just some planned rides. Let me back up a little bit. So the area that we're looking at is southern Illinois, right along the Mississippi River. Why that area? One, it's kind of easy to get to because Highway 55 is near there. We can have people who come from all over the Midwest, from the upper Midwest, even from Texas and Oklahoma. I know some guys from Nevada wanna come. Some people from the Southwest, I know, on Express Central. It's just a nice central location that's easy to get to, too. Dustin and I have done Dustin has done a lot of riding in there. I've done a lot of riding in that area. Not a lot. He's done more than I have, but on the Route 66 trip and in the driftless region, I've done a ton of riding in that area. So the riding is phenomenal, guys. We're gonna have a great time on these rides there. So what type of rides am I thinking about? So a planned ride along the Great River Road and just some of the better areas, the better rides in that area. And I've done a few get lost ride videos. I think it'd be fun as a group to maybe select a leader, start riding out, and just have a get lost ride and just go and just ride and find our way back without the aid of technology or anything like that. I've done a few of those rides in the driftless region, and I've also done a few of those rides while on the Route 66 trip, and I think that would be fun. And I almost said if we do a get lost ride, I think a get lost ride is a must during this 4-day weekend, during this 4-day event. And when we do a get lost ride, I'll have a special surprise for all of those who do that ride. I'm pretty excited about what I'm planning for that.
Cool.
Some other ideas. So right now it's called the Midwest Motovloggers Meetup, and because it's a lot of us motovloggers planning this, and a lot of motovloggers are attending. Might rename it because I don't want to have anybody feel excluded who's may not have any aspirations of motovlogging or not a motovlogger themselves. So maybe we'll just change the name to the Midwest Moto Meetup. But with that said, that's highly likely. I think we might do that. But we can chat about that. But there will be a definite focus on motovloggers. And what I'd like to do is share ideas, share techniques, share what's worked for us, what hasn't worked for us, just have a lot of great conversations about motovlogging. It's great that we've been doing this virtually, through email and through YouTube and in our DMs. But it'd be really cool for us to just get together and share things in person with each other. I think we'd learn a lot more that way. I know I have I mean, I'm not the best motovlogger out there. I mean, I put out some good things, and I think I like focusing on the inspirational aspects of what I do and the travel, but hell, I have a lot to learn as far as technique goes, and my videos show that, and I think a lot of you guys can teach me a thing or two about motovlogging, and I'm excited about that.
Hey, Joe, I don't want to cut you off or anything, brother. There's been some problems with the Wi-Fi. It's probably on my end, but I've had to reposition myself. You might notice here. I don't know if people inside are using the Wi-Fi like crazy, but I did turn off my computer because it's using the landline. Hopefully it turns out a little bit better now. It was kind of glitchy here and there, but if it's my fault, I apologize. But yeah, that all sounds really good. I do like the idea of changing the name. That way people don't feel that they're excluded just because they don't ride with a camera on their helmet. I think that's a great idea. Yeah. But one thing's for sure, Herbert from Family Guy is still going to be the mascot.
Perfect.
Hey,
I have a feeling that is going to appear in this uploaded.
Look who just joined. Tab Performance just joined the live feed.
Oh, sweet. Look at that, man. Look at that. Yeah. That's awesome. Welcome, guys.
I sent them a message a little while ago right after I installed the exhaust onto the Sport Glide, and I was pretty excited to let them know that worth every penny. That's for sure. Love it.
That's awesome, guys. Welcome. Yeah. Glad to have you here.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
Some other things that I'm thinking of, live streams. So Q&A for motovloggers. So maybe set times for any motovlogger that would want to do it. Maybe one motovlogger at a time, or maybe a couple at a time. This is just something that's kind of I'm thinking about. I think that would be a lot of fun because I've started following a lot of motovloggers recently, and I think Q&As at the Midwest Motovlog meetup, the Midwest Moto meetup would be really cool, so we can all really get to know everyone through that forum. And then maybe live streams of motovlogging tips from each motovlogger, something like that. Those are the things I'm thinking about for live streams. Other ideas, giveaway and contests, T-shirts, stickers, maybe something to promote all of us who attend our motovlogging efforts, maybe a GoPro giveaway or a raffle, or something similar like that. It doesn't have to necessarily be a GoPro, but I think maybe a raffle to really help support all of us as motovloggers, I think would be great, because honestly, we all know this. We're spending our own money on our channels, right?
Right.
For the most part. I mean, some of us have things like Patreon, and those of us who have now become partners with YouTube have seen a little bit of money rolling in because of that. But at the end of the month, I'm still spending way more than any money that I take in. So it does get expensive. So I think that'd be helpful.
Yeah, for sure. I know as well. Yeah, it's you spend a lot more money before you make any.
For sure. Let's see. One thing that's important to me for this is I want to make it as easy for everybody who wants to attend. So my goal is to make it free, or at the very least low cost for those who attend. So wherever the location is, if the applications that I have going right now actually work out, it's going to cost us some money, right? But I want to make that free or low cost. So I'm going to commit to every fund that I take, every dollar that I take in through Patreon, so those patrons that are supporting my channel on Patreon, that's going to go to this until we have enough to pay for however much it's going to cost. At this point, I don't know what that looks like right now. But right now, every dollar that comes through Patreon is going to go towards this. And I think with the support that I have right now, I think that with the current support, I think between now and September, I'll have enough to be able to go ahead and cover that. Though it'd be nice to make this bigger and better. When I say cover that, I mean just the location in itself. But it'd be nice to go ahead and make this bigger and better. So if anybody watching this would like to help support this effort, even just $1 per month helps out. Go to Patreon /Great Egret and go ahead and chip in $1 for this effort, because it'd be wonderful for this to be free or low cost for those who attend. I'm going to be throwing in a lot of my own money to make this happen.
Yeah, and I can help
if you'd
out.
like to help support it as well, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, I'll help out. I'll help out as well.
And
guys, I'll put a link to Joe's
are.
Patreon account. I'll put a link to Joe's Patreon account in the description below this video when it gets uploaded to YouTube. So if you want to help out, that'd be great. Yeah, I don't mind shelling out a little bit of money, because if the location especially is Southern Illinois along the river, where I'm thinking one of the possibility locations might be that we've been talking about. It's not too far from me, so I don't mind helping some others out with, some costs along the way. I know people are going to be paying gas money to get here on their bikes. You got money to eat.
Yeah.
We can probably help out with that too. Now, I had a question. You think about like a camp out type thing, where we spend a day or two doing this at a camp out site, and then we have like a barbecue or something like that?
Yeah, I think depending on the location, I think we can have, starting with, because we'll be starting at and extending to noon on Monday or whatever. I think that's a big part of it. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Toll money.
Awesome.
Thanks, Illinois. Better. Before, there's one other thing I wanted to say. Mike, Weaponana, he asked a question about headcount. Let me get to that in just a second. One other event that I think that'd be a lot of fun to do. I get a ton of questions on modding and wrenching and working on bikes. So I think I mentioned in a previous video that I'm going to be taking my truck, and as lame as some guys might think it is to trailer your bike to an event, I don't care. This event is way too important. There's way too many things that I want to do together with a lot of guys. And that's going to involve bringing a lot of stuff, and that I won't be able to fit on my bike, unfortunately. So I'll be trailering my bike. But I'm going to be bringing tools. I'm going to be bringing that little lift that I have when I do mods or work on my bike, when I'm doing the 5K or 10K service. I'm going to be bringing that along. I think it'd be a lot of fun to maybe spend a half day or maybe one of the days just wrenching on our bikes, just showing each other how we've done certain things. Or if there's guys, just today I was talking to a patron on Patreon. He's a subscriber to the YouTube channel as well. He's asking me questions on how to wrench on his bike. I think it'd be great if we got together. If some guys have some questions about that or want to work on their bikes with somebody who has done it already, I think that'd be a lot of fun to have like a wrenching or how to half day or a day or something like that.
Hey, check this out. Check this out, Joe. The Casey from Tab Performance says, send me an email. Let me know what we can do to support your event. That's huge. Yeah.
That's awesome, guys. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
super
definitely
sweet.
we'll definitely consider that because that's amazing. You guys are a reputable company, and any and all help would be greatly appreciated. But to let you guys know that are coming into the Streamlight what we're doing here, Joe and I have been talking about this for I don't know, maybe a month or so, maybe longer. We're wanting to do a Midwest moto meetup where people from not just the Midwest, but that's kind of where the meetup is going to take place, but a place where motorcyclists, motovloggers, anybody who gets on two wheels can come, get together, have a good time, spend a day riding, seeing the sights here in Illinois or wherever we happen to have this event. It would be a lot of fun because you see the guys down in Texas doing this. There's guys down in Florida that have done this, and it seems like a great idea to get the motorcycling community together and really show the rest of the country how strong the Midwest is with motorcycling, because there's a lot of motorcyclists around here. We don't have the weather, of course, that they do down south and out in Florida and California, but lots of good times are had here on two wheels out in the Midwest. So we kind of want to show that to the world, the whole country, whoever wants to participate. It'd be great. So if you're in the chat right now, throw a little hand up emoji or something to let us know if you're interested in this. That way we can go through this again and kind of put you on a list of people that we can collaborate with to get ideas about this event. Like if there's something you want to contribute as far as an idea, anything is welcome. We'll hear from anybody. Wet Banana, I need a new exhaust. I'll definitely look into Tab. I will support a company that supports the community. Definitely. Well, that's awesome.
That's awesome. That is really sweet.
Yeah, but Tab, thank you guys for joining in on the stream, 1, and 2, offering to help out this event. That means the world to us.
It really does. That's really cool. That means a lot to me.
Kid Moto 22's got a thumbs up. He's ready for it. Wet Banana Moto.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, that's the coolest freaking name ever. Wet Banana Moto. I need to know where that came from. You need to tell me right now where Wet Banana Moto came from, because I am so curious about that.
I'm better. Interested, but I'll need to ask my wife. Oops, did I just say that? I'll just smile. That's all I'll do to that comment.
Okay, I got a feeling it's a little darker in nature than I thought it might be. Okay. Adam Richards joined. Thank you
Mike, to answer your question about numbers, I'm hearing from a lot of guys. And honestly, I don't know the exact totals. Some of the places that I'm looking at, one of the applications that I have, the max that we could have at the location is 75, which sounds like a lot of people. But, I think, Dustin, you said it best when you said it. I think we were talking on the phone, actually. You said, you don't care if it's 5 people or 75. It's still going to be a great time, But eventually, I think because there's been so much interest in this and it's growing after just a short time of just conceiving the idea to getting to this point now, there's a lot of people interested. So eventually, we're definitely going to be needing to start RSVPing some folks just to really, figure out what our volume's going to look like.
Right. Adam Richards
But I think we'll know more on the next couple of weeks once we have specifics on location. Right.
Yeah, definitely. Adam Richards, thanks for joining the feed, man. He says, keep up the great work, lads. Big supporter of both you guys from England. That's amazing. It's so cool that people all over the world are able to view your videos and stuff, because I know there's people from New Zealand that I follow on Instagram and YouTube.
Yeah.
They actually have summer going on out there right now. So, all these guys that are riding in this warm weather, they're kind of keeping the motorcycling spirit alive, because we're all suffering out here in the cold. First year may be slow, but it will get larger. That's what she said.
That could be true. All right. I mean, I think that's all the information that I have right now. I mean, I'll say I don't want to talk specific locations just because if something falls through,
Right.
you know, my ass is hanging in the breeze there. But right now I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 specific locations. You guys, you motovloggers and you guys interested in coming, you know the area I think that we're talking about, the Southern Illinois. I'm not opposed to having things on the Missouri side of the Missouri side of the Mississippi if some of our locations don't pan out, or more north. I'd like to keep it south though, just so it's easier for folks to get to. I think if we far north, it's going to be more difficult for people to get to. Throw some ideas out at me about location, but just keep in mind that that Southern Illinois area is prime just because of the riding and because of the location.
Right. What's the time clock say, Joe?
Let's see. It's we got about 20 minutes or so.
20
19.
minutes? Okay. Well, I think we touched
maybe
on
a little less because we started a little bit before 3.
Yeah. Well, I think we touched on everything we needed to. This was kind of like more of a feeler live feed to try to spark some interest in this. I know there's Iowa might be more central. Yeah, you know, there were some people saying Iowa might be good. It really depends where everybody's coming from. Because if, you know, if there's one person from the east side of Iowa, but there's like 20 or 30 people from Illinois and Wisconsin, I don't know. I mean, of course, I don't know what the riding is like in Iowa. I can't really speak for many other states for two-wheel riding. I mean, I visited them all in a car for sure, but I don't know what the riding is like in that state, so I can't vouch for anything.
Northeast Iowa is some pretty good riding because it's in the Driftless region, but
Okay.
it's I think it's too far north for some guy. I know Ryan. I know that would be closer for you, and who knows? Maybe it will end up being in Northeast Iowa. But I mean, because we got a little bit of time to figure this out.
Right.
But right now, just it's like right in the center of the country, and the riding is really amazing in Southern Illinois in that location. I think that's mainly why we want to do it there. But who knows? It might change to Northern Iowa or Northwest Illinois or Southwest Wisconsin. Who knows? But right now, this seems like the best location. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a lot of feedback from a lot of different people, and things may change.
Yeah, and you know, the only thing that worries me is the weather. You know, we get this whole thing planned from now until the fall, and then it frickin' rains. I mean, you just don't know what's going to happen around here.
Yeah.
Because 3 days before the event, it could say 85 degrees and sun shining, and then a day before the event, it's going to say 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms.
Yeah.
I mean, the weatherman just can't get it right. But, I mean, we could shoot for a date, like you were saying, mid-September, early September, second or third weekend. Just plan on it, and then, you know, if the weather sucks, we'll just have to postpone it or just try it again another time.
Yeah. Or I mean, like, even if the weather sucks, one of the locations that I'm looking at has like cabins and things, Wi-Fi available, where, I mean, we could still, I mean, it would suck to not be able to ride. Like, that would really suck. But if we're going to be paying for a location, like, let's use it, right? I mean, that's how I feel about it. I mean, things can change, but let's still get together and have a good time. I don't know. My main goal with this is to have a crap ton of fun with everybody that I've met because of the channel. Honestly, like, I want to be able to ride with you guys. I want to learn from you guys. I want to celebrate our sport with all of you guys because I've made a lot of good friends, and it's opened up motorcycling has opened up a new world for me, and I want to keep that rolling with this meetup, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, same here. And it's like when we met on your 66 trip, it was so cool to actually shake your hand and share the road with you, because that's what I want to do with all these guys, especially all these guys watching, Kid Moto, Vetter, all you guys, Wet Banana. Like it'd be awesome to meet with all of you and ride. I mean, I know I've got friends that would come and join in the event. I got buddies that ride that, they'd come along for a good time. They're a good time. So, we wouldn't fall short of people. That's for sure. Even if they are or aren't motovloggers, it doesn't matter. Like we've said before. But I think the support for the event will be there. I think we can have the good numbers to show up and have a good time. So I'm really stoked for this. Hopefully, I mean, God blesses us with the good weather, and the weathermen know their shit come September.
Mike Wet Banana Moto asks, any of these places have a shelter house for maybe dinners and such? The location that is the one that I want most has exactly that, and that's why I want it, because it has 4 different group areas, three or 4 different group areas. I think it's 4. One of them houses, not only just like has available space to meet and to eat and whatnot, but places to sleep, right? So guys who don't really like camping would be able to stay in some of these cabins. I'll probably bring my tent, or maybe even sleep in the back of my truck. I'm not sure. Like I don't need much when I go out and to some event like this or ride. I mean, you've seen me on my Route 66 trip, so I mean, I would forego sleeping in one of the cabins for somebody that would really need that or want that. Another one of those sites with that same location has space for 60. Another one has space for like 45 or 50 or something like that. So yeah, this is forefront in my mind, Mike, to be able to have accommodations for us to not only ride, but to have accommodations for us to meet and chat, enjoy a beer or two, and hang out and learn from one another and all the stuff I've been talking about. So yeah, that's important to me. Some of the other locations don't have those same accommodations, which would be disappointing, but that's something that it's I think is important to me for us to be able to do the things that we want at a meetup like this.
Yeah, and if all goes to plan and we do the location we've been talking about, it is a hell of a bike route. I mean, it's a route that you guys will like. I mean, I guarantee it. And there are places to eat that are really, really good. I mean, like I said in the last video that we did, like this, Joe, I plan a hell of a route for us. There'd be some good stops along the way, so it wouldn't fall short of a good time. That's for sure.
Ryan, you ask, state that make sure that they know it's a motorcycle meetup as some locations have issues with this. Yeah, definitely. This is something that I definitely put on the application and made sure that they knew about it, because, if 50 riders show up with, 60 motorcycles or whatever, if other guys or whatever, if we come with a lot of motorcycles and they don't know about it, we probably would have some major issues. So yeah, definitely forefront in my mind as well. Excuse me.
For sure.
I guess I've got like 8 or 10 minutes left or so. I guess just if you guys have more questions, throw them out there.
Yeah, we got like 8 more minutes. We're done.
Does everybody want to see Izzy Woo Woo?
Here.
Oh, do I need that?
Here's the missus.
Hi. Say hi, Izzy Woo Woo. All right, she's got to go poop.
Never a dull moment in my house. Well, does
Take a look
anybody
at
else have any questions or suggestions? I'd love to hear them. I'd love to read them. But I want to go back through here a little bit to see if there was anything that was missed. Again, thank all of you guys that have joined in on the live stream. It's been a lot of fun, like always. Me and Joe maybe might be doing a plan to do this maybe once a month as ideas develop, as ideas come through. Yeah, but the thing from Tab Performance, that's huge. If they want to help
really
out,
awesome.
I can't believe that. That's awesome.
Ryan, again, another comment from you. Dates are most important to plan the trip, definitely. And honestly, I hope these applications get squared away soon. I'm really hoping by, let's see, it's what, the 2nd now? I'm hoping in a couple weeks. I'm hoping by Valentine's Day that we have the dates solidified. Definitely by the end of the month. Because I know, like, a lot of you guys, me too, my boss already knows that sometime in September I'm going to be taking some extensive time off. And I know you guys got to do the same at your jobs.
Right. Yeah, I know, like, especially me, like, my job, I'm going to be extremely busy this year. I don't want to go into too many details for confidentiality or whatever, but I'm going to be very, very busy. But the good news is me and my wife are going to be going on vacation for our 10-year anniversary in May. So we're going to get that out of the way earlier in the year. But I'm going to try to save a couple of days, of course, for that September event, because
Awesome.
I want to do this so bad, because I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun if we can pull this off.
It's definitely going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Saturday is bike mod day. That's a good idea, Ryan.
Hell yeah, man. That's what I did. And Sunday is ride day.
I guess I don't see any more questions here. Just kind of rolling through the feed.
Yeah. I mean, there's some other guys.
I'll promote the charge for seeing your dog better.
Yeah.
Those who don't know better, maybe it's okay for me to announce this. If it's not, let us know, and Dustin can edit it out. But Vetter's he's a vet. He takes care of dogs. He saves the dogs' lives for all of us.
Sweet. Yeah. Yeah. We got our dog back in May or June. She's a mini schnauzer, and it's the first inside dog I've ever had. Like, I had a dog when I was younger, but except for in the extreme conditions outside, he was an outside dog. We brought him in whenever it got cold and stuff. But it's definitely been a change, especially having a dog inside full time. But I like it. The kids love the dog. That's why we got the dog, for the kids.
Nice.
8 more inches of snow this weekend. No riding here. I feel bad.
That better not be coming my way, man.
Like I said, we got lucky here. We got a heat wave coming through. The high hit about 49 today. I was able to get outside with some good lights and wrench on the bike, put that Tab exhaust on, and God, I can't wait for you guys to hear this in the next video. Because it's a hell of a difference. Because we all know how quiet the stock Harley exhausts are.
Your dog, Scottish Terrier, is that right, Dustin?
No, miniature schnauzer.
Oh.
Yeah.
One thing I'll say, I think we're got to wrap up here pretty quick, another 3 or 4 minutes or so.
Yeah.
All updates as they come in will be on my website. And that URL is greategretmoto.com web/MMM2019. So greategretmoto.com/web/MMM for Midwest Moto Meetup 2019. And that, I mean, Dustin will have that link in here too. And that's also on every one of my videos as well.
Right. Links to Joe's channel, links to Joe's Patreon, links to Joe's store to buy his shirts, description below, as well as my shirts. They'll be in the description below. If you guys want to help out a good cause with supporting the autism community here in Illinois, I'd appreciate it. I know the Autism Support Connection would appreciate it. So, yeah, get you some new shirts. Joe's got an awesome shirt there you guys need to buy and eat that stuff up. And no problem, guys. We appreciate all you for taking the time on a Saturday to come hang out.
Heck yeah, especially for those of us in Wisconsin better. Thanks for watching us now on here when the weather is what? It's now 40 degrees out. That's a heat wave for us, man. So thanks for taking time to sit and chat with us rather than being outside.
Yeah, I can't believe it's going to hit 60 here tomorrow. I was like, me and my buddy were like, yep, let's go ride. I'm like, okay. All right, we got a minute 56 left. Anybody's got any questions, let us know. If anybody's got any ideas later on after this feed ends, comment on this video or hit up me and Joe on Instagram. We'd love to hear what you think. And, yeah, MMM 2019 sounds good. Herbert from Family Guy will be the mascot. So, everybody... say,
Nice.
I'm
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate all the love and support. And I'm looking forward to this.
I feel y'all. All right, guys. Thanks for joining the feed again. You guys take it sleazy. Keep your wheels rolling in the right direction. Am I right?
You're right, man. Keep your wheels rolling in the right direction. Thanks,
all right.
everybody.
See you guys.
See y'all later. See you later, man.